You can maybe hear that guy in that video. That was outside of TIAA Bank Field Stadium. That's in Jacksonville over the weekend. And that message, if you couldn't see it, scrolling real quick, is a similar one that you've seen before. It said, Kanye is right about the Jews. We've seen that before. In fact, at a freeway overpass in Los Angeles, maybe a week and a half ago. Let's look at that real quick. It's similar to that. I'm sorry, that was in the freeway overpass, but also this message with a digital version of it, and check out the font as well, is gonna be familiar, spread across Jacksonville. Here's another tweet that someone else found on the side of a tall building. The same message, and it was displayed outside of the stadium at the University of Florida and University of Georgia football game, which was a big one in Jacksonville earlier that night. And now it's outside of other Jacksonville buildings like this one. They're projecting on all of these things. Let's watch that one as well. This is where it doesn't make, well, it never made any sense, but it makes even less sense to me. I've asked myself this question when you see the guys over the 405 freeway in LA with the banner and the bed sheets, and they're saying Kanye was right about the Jews, and then now they're projecting it on side of buildings. What is it that they're getting? Because of course it's just spreading hate and maybe inspiring others to think they can do the things they want to do. We know that part. But what is it they're getting out of it in that moment? Do they think they just won a victory? Do they think, the folks that they hate are having heart attacks from that? I'm just curious. Here's one of those guys that organized it and was a part about one of these hate groups in LA that did it. And he saw this, and this was his response.
Oh, taking it a whole nother level, Jews. What are you gonna do now? Huh? The whole world's waking up, you filthy Jew bastard, baby penis suckers. Is right about the Jews. You Jews. Oh, you baby sucking Jews. It's on. Yeah.
I guess that's a victory. I mean, he's out there alone in the middle of the night showing that he can read one word at a time. So good job there. So also, despite the fact that they realize that, they have someone in the AV department of their hate group that can project something on the side of a bridge where no one is, they also still threw their sheets over the sides of freeways. This is still in Jacksonville, you guys. Another person noticed that Chaffee on the I-10 in Jacksonville, there's more of the same signs. Honk if you know it's the Jews, end Jewish supremacy in America, that type of stuff. Also at another freeway overpass, this on the Arlington Expressway as well. Obviously, as this tweeter pointed out, it's a coordinated effort. More references to Kanye.
What is wrong with you? No, I didn't even know. No, yeah. What?
Pretty obvious. Someone dressed up, of course, as a Nazi. I guess a random one. He doesn't have the Hitler mustache on, so at least it's not a particular main Nazi, just a foot soldier style Nazi. He walked into this Finelli Cafe in Soho, and he wore that costume and got talked down, shouted out, and kicked out of the bar. Let's keep it real. So this trend of people dressing up as Hitler and Nazis for Halloween, I don't know, maybe it's always been there and just we don't have social media to point it out every time. But there was also another man that dressed up as Hitler specifically this time outside of a Halloween party at the University of Madison in Wisconsin. There's some images of this guy. Let's check him out. I'm not sure. Again, these are images. These are still images. So I'm not sure if he looks confused in that picture on the right. Like, why are you guys mad at me? What did I do? It's Halloween. I'm sexy Hitler. I'm not sure what the expectation was. But if you're gonna come out there looking like this, expect to get punched in the face. Sorry, maybe I'm in a bad place today. But that's what you're asking for, right?
I would say right, Jayar. Honestly, I think we should treat Nazis that way, even when they're not dressed up like that. That's my belief on the matter. And listen, they took the idea of wearing a spooky, scary Halloween costume way too far. Like, that's just, it's not even fun anymore when people start doing stuff like this. Let's be real. But I truly believe we should treat Nazis exactly how they were treated in that bar all the time, in costume or not.
Well, there's a thing. I think because they've been so used to now, it's been long enough of social media becoming a normal thing, and people being able to anonymously or even directly using their own face to say horrific things and spread hate and violence like this, that they think, hey, I can take this out to the streets, and they think real life is what they are doing on Twitter now.